4,7 years ago, my mother gave birth to me. So, book review for Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Yes. Take off the beard now. It's too hot for beards. I feel much obliged to wear this top hat. So I will wear it for the duration of the video. So this one starts off with the author of the book actually in the story, and his vampire named Henry Sturgis that comes into his convenience shop all the time, just plops down some very old journals from Abraham Lincoln. It is revealed that they are the documented vampiric episodes of Abraham Lincoln. We go out from that. Yeah. Stick 'em up. Stick 'em up, slave owners. We're shown how vampires have been enemies of Abraham Lincoln basically all his life, and how they pretty much tormented every aspect of his life. I really like the characters like Henry Sturgis and Jack Armstrong. The whole vampiric hunt escapades. You know, Abraham Lincoln with his axe, you know, just... It was a lot of gushing vampiric parts, gushing vampire limbs just plopping off from his axe. It's pretty bloody. It's pretty gruesome. The ending was kind of predictable, but you know it had to be because we already know that Abraham Lincoln was gonna get assassinated, but the very ending of it was not expected. I didn't expect that. So I'm glad he put that very unexpected little small thing at the very end. Very nice topping, like cilantro. I also learned a lot more about Abraham Lincoln in general, and the Civil War in general, because there were like real dates and stuff, like real actual facts. And basically he was disturbed by vampires all his life, and then so he wanted to kill them all the time because they're always bothering him. They're always showing up and ruining his life. It was a good read, and it's quite illuminating. The cover is quite pretty. And I mean, it's Abraham Lincoln. Who doesn't like Abraham Lincoln, eh? Hey guys! It's Renee again. This is gonna be the review for Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, the movie. I did the book one, and now this is the movie one. I'm gonna try to keep spoilers out of this also. My friend and I both read it. We both read it, and then I had to wait for her to come back so we could watch it together, because it's like funner that way. And my friend and I we wore our top hats together to see the movie. Top hats and friends! So yes, I am wearing the top hat, my top hat, in honor of our great 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. I also have a mug featuring Abraham Lincoln, but however, I'm not thirsty right now, so I'm not going to use it. I remember when I bought this hat, the lady, she measured my head. It felt really weird, for her to put this tape measure, around my head, and I felt silly. Movie review. So the movie was really a very good movie. It's way different than the book. There's characters in the book that aren't in the movie at all. There's characters in the movie that aren't even in the book. The screenplay and the book are written both by Seth Grahame-Smith, but I was kind of surprised at how much he changed the movie from the book, because you'd think that since he wrote the book, he'd want to be more faithful to the book. I understand, like, that writing a movie is much different than writing a book. It is rated R. It's just rated R because there's just so much gore, there's lots of blood, and I don't know, maybe kids can't handle, like, the look of the vampires. The vampires in this movie, these are no glittering supermodel vampires like what maybe majority of us are used to. These vampires are like, they're vicious monsters. When they attack, their faces change completely. Veins pop out. There is thick slime in their mouth. Just get some mouthwash. The whole time I was like, those vampires need some mouthwash. I don't even think that kind of dental hygiene is right for vampires either. Abraham Lincoln, he was boom, boom, but just such a brutish president that he just walked into the room and, like, everybody just hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. That's what it was like. The special effects in the movie were really good. How they portrayed Abraham Lincoln is pretty true to actual history. Besides the whole, like, vampires part that well, maybe not. Maybe he was a vampire slayer. Who knows? Everybody has secrets. The CGI was really good. There were some parts in the movie that weren't in the book, but were just, like, really not believable. And there's this one part where they're, like, jumping on horses. You know, Abraham Lincoln, he was a really cool guy, but he wasn't that cool where he could, like, fight vampires while jumping on running, galloping horses. That was a little, like, whoa! Followed the storyline of the book pretty well, like, the same major points happened. It's okay that they didn't show his assassination because it's about him slaying vampires, you know. They mentioned it, though, so we knew it was about to happen. And, you know, everybody knows, ugh, now my hand smells like glow stick. My friends and I also wore glow sticks for fun. And what I learned is that these don't smell very nice. They reek, actually. And they make your hands and they make your arms reek. So I don't know, maybe wear some gloves when you wear glow sticks? Irrelevant. And it was interesting to see, like, how the areas around the White House looked, like, 100 years ago. Because it was so different. Kind of like the White House was built in the middle of nowhere a little bit. Middle of nowhere with grass and a few lampposts. The very ending of the movie, though, was like, I thought it could have been way better. See, there's like the last line of the book that is, like, actually quite ambiguous, and I think that would have made a much cleverer, more interesting ending to the movie. Why didn't he use that as the ending to the movie than what the actual ending was? It would have been so much more clever. So all in all, I'd give the movie, like, probably 4 out of 5 stars, which is pretty good. It's a nice entertaining thing, and it's fun to see, like, your favorite president just taking the axe to the vamps, just taking down these monsters. There was this one really dramatic scene in the movie where you've probably seen it in the trailers, where Abraham Lincoln just, like, takes down this tree trunk, and it is so dramatic. I laughed out loud in the theater. It was so funny. Just like, this tree! There were top hats in this movie. Top hats were included, as they should rightfully be. So it is a good, fun movie, you know, for people to see. There is a lot of blood and gore and, like, some nasty, fleshy parts, but he is a vampire slayer. You know, there's not going to be bunnies and poppies and daisies. There's gonna be blood and vamps. I like how his main weapon of choice, Abe's weapon of choice, is an axe. It's very nice. So it was a good movie, and I'd recommend it, and especially if you like Abraham Lincoln. And I'd recommend the book as well. So